Yo, let me just say this up front. What just happened in Cleveland is not normal. This isn't a hot take. This isn't Overreaction Thursdays. What just happened with Shedeur Sanders? That was a full-on live broadcast detonation, and I don't think the NFL is ready for what's coming next. We've seen rookie interviews go sideways before. Nervous kid, says too much, maybe throws a teammate under the bus by accident. But this wasn't nerves. This wasn't inexperience. This was intentional. This was a rookie quarterback walking into a national spotlight and lighting a match with a straight face, and then watching the entire building burn. And here's what's wild. He didn't flinch. Not once. Rich Jenkins asked a question. You know, your standard media day fluff. How's the transition been with the Browns staff? And Shedeur didn't give the cliche. He didn't say, it's been good, or we're building chemistry. Nah. He looked dead into the camera and said, at some point, it's about more than football. It's about respect. Let me tell you right now, when a rookie quarterback says that on national TV, that's code for I've had enough. And what came next? I don't even have the words, and I talk for a living. Shedeur Sanders didn't just call out Kevin Stefanski, he dissected him piece by piece. He went after the play calling, the leadership, the politics, and it wasn't emotional, it wasn't messy, it was surgical. You could feel it, he wasn't winging it. He came prepared, like a man who's been holding this in for months and finally said, screw it, if I'm going down, I'm taking the whole system with me. And here's where it gets even more insane. He defended Dillon Gabriel, the guy he's supposed to be competing against, the guy who's supposed to be the enemy in this QB battle. Shedeur didn't throw him under the bus. He picked him up, dusted him off, and said, he's not the problem. We're both being played. I mean, what? Who does that? You could feel the silence in the room. Jenkins tried to pivot, tried to bring it back to football, but Shedeur wasn't having it. He wasn't there to talk about coverages and blitz pickups. He was there to expose what he called manipulative leadership tactics. And he said it like it was nothing, like he's been waiting for someone to finally ask. And when he went into detail about practice reps, that's when jaws hit the floor. He laid it out. How Gabriel was getting first team reps no matter what. How the staff already made their decision before camp even started. He said, this isn't professional football. This is politics. That line right there, it's going to live forever in Cleveland lore, maybe NFL history, but it didn't stop there. Oh no, you thought that was the climax. He went deeper. He told everyone watching that Gabriel's suspension wasn't legit, that it was manufactured, that the team created a confrontation so they could justify removing him from the equation. And then, this is where I had to pause the video and just sit down. He quoted Stefanski. Allegedly. He said Stefanski told the coaches, this gives us the excuse we needed. This solves our problem permanently. If that's true, that's not just unethical. That's fireable. That's a league investigation waiting to happen. And Shedeur didn't just drop that bomb and walk away. He gave names. He gave the time, the location, the context. This wasn't hearsay. This was a challenge to the NFL. Go ahead, verify it. I'm not bluffing. And now the Browns are in chaos. The front office is scrambling. The players are holding private meetings. Veterans are whispering to the media. The league office already called Cleveland. They're officially concerned. That's not speculation. That's confirmed. And here's the kicker. After all that, after ripping his head coach to shreds, after accusing the entire staff of political manipulation and organizational failure, Shedeur looked into the camera and said, I'm not going anywhere. That moment right there, that's when I realized we're witnessing something different. This isn't a kid throwing a tantrum. This is a player demanding change and doing it without fear. He could have ended his career right there. 5th round pick, no guaranteed spot, going nuclear on national TV. That's career suicide for most guys, but Shedeur doesn't care. And that's why people are rallying behind him. Fans are torn. Some are furious, calling him disrespectful, arrogant, out of line. But others, they're calling him a truth teller, saying he's the first guy in years to hold the Browns accountable, to speak out when everyone else just shut up and collected a check. And I get it. Cleveland has been through hell. Bad drafts, worse coaching, front offices that couldn't manage a fantasy team. And now here comes this rookie, this outsider, calling out the rot from the inside. And whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. And then there's Dillon Gabriel. What a wild twist. He's become the center of this storm without even saying a word. He's being defended by his competition, and now the entire league is wondering, will he back up Sanders' story? Will he speak out? Because if he does, it's over. It's completely over. Stefanski's career, done. The coaching staff, gone. The front office, probably next. This is bigger than football now. This is about credibility, about trust. And here's where things get really tricky. Multiple veterans are thinking about going public. That's the rumor. If even one of them confirms Sanders' story, it's a wrap. The Browns can't survive that. You lose the locker room, you lose everything. And let's not forget the NFL. They're watching this like hawks. If it turns out the suspension was staged, that's a massive violation. That's league discipline, lawsuits, maybe even firings from the top down. And yet, through all this chaos, you've got Sanders standing tall, saying he's here to stay, that he believes in this roster, that he wants to fix it. That's the wildest part to me. He could have blamed the Browns and said, I want out. But he didn't. He doubled down. He said, sometimes fixing a broken system requires identifying the problems honestly before you can address them effectively. Who says that? Who thinks like that? A rookie. This guy is not normal. He's not just trying to win games. He's trying to change the way the system works. And that scares people. That terrifies coaches who've been doing it the same way for 20 years. That makes execs nervous. Because if this works, if he wins the locker room, if the truth comes out, then every other rookie in the league sees it. Every player who's been stuck behind the depth chart for political reasons, they start speaking up. And that's the revolution. That's what this could become. The Browns are at a crossroads. Stefanski's authority is shattered. The players are divided. The fans are split. And the front office is running out of time. They can't stall this. They can't bury it in a press release. The world saw it. The internet saw it. And no one's forgetting it. So now the Browns have to decide, and fast. Do they back the coach and risk mutiny in the locker room? Or do they back the quarterback and admit the system failed? There's no middle ground. No PR spin. It's one or the other. And Shedeur? He's not backing down. He said it himself. Some things are bigger than your career. Some moments demand that you risk it all. That's rare. That's powerful. And that's dangerous. So now I want to hear from you. Do you stand with Shedeur Sanders? Do you think he did the right thing by going public, or did he cross a line that can't be uncrossed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is bigger than football. This is about leadership, about truth, about whether we want athletes to speak out or just play the game and stay quiet. And if you're as locked into this story as I am, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because this saga, it's just getting started, and I promise you, the next chapter is going to be even crazier.